So this could be you standing in your power, very much, very fiery and very strong. And or you're dealing with an Aries at this time. Okay, but we'll get some clarification on that. Okay, advice please and clarification for Leo. Okay, so yes, you might be feeling very strong at the moment, and you might be having an inevitable upturn of fortunes here. You might also be thinking about world travel at this time, but definitely you're feeling a lot better in yourself after a period of feeling quite low and exhausted. You could also be having a better relationship here with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn at this time. As in, this is Leo here and this is Taurus here. So they're both looking at each other. So maybe you're getting along quite well with a Taurus at the moment. But yes, you're feeling very strong in yourself at the moment. That's for sure. Okay, Leo. All right. So yes, you have just come from or are in the process of looking at the downward side of things, looking at what's lacking instead of what you'd like. It has been an inevitable roller coaster of emotions for you during this time while you've been looking on the negative more than the positive. The more we look on the downside or look at what we don't have compared to what we do, the universe will provide that for us. So, you hopefully at this stage are starting to move out of that and starting to think that, you'll be a lot more stable and secure financially if you start to think about what you'd like instead of what you don't have. It could have been a quick inevitable change and or a younger air sign here has raced in and given you some information to do with the fact that maybe you've been looking a bit on the downside and it's time to sort of look up, and or this person's brought some information that's made you think that it's time to get your finances organised. You've put an idea out there and you're waiting for your ships to come in. You've got your hand firmly on this fiery idea, and being a fire sign, that's your element. So you're very much in your element at the moment. You're starting to get the sunshine back in your life. After a period of great confusion and mental confusion at that, the more our thoughts get stuck in our head, the more that we can feel blindfolded or stuck in a situation. I think you would feel a lot better if you actually got out of your head and into your heart a lot more. So if you're finding you're going over the same thing, over the same thing, over the same thing repetitively, like I don't have enough money, I don't have this, I don't have that, I wish I had this, that sort of thing, the more you're going to end up being stuck during the month of July. So now's the time to realise that you aren't as stuck as you think you are. Thoughts are easily changed. Check in with yourself each time you find yourself feeling down, upset, emotionally upset, and try and see what your mind is repeating to yourself over and over and over again, and see if you can just halt that even for a moment. Each time you do it, you'll get stronger and better at doing it. And you'll find that the blindfolds fall off and you'll realise that you can move ahead. Yeah, because you've been really tired of this struggle. I feel it's very much a bit of a self-imposed struggle here that you've been through, and or situations have really sort of got to you. You just don't want to fight anymore. You don't want to struggle. You don't want to have to beat yourself up senselessly over and over and over again to try and get ahead. So yeah, I think the universe has brought a couple of things your way to make you realise that you don't need to struggle as hard as you have been, to sort of put down the weapons and relax for a moment. I think that you're going to find things change quite rapidly once you do. Yes, there will be an inevitable change in your finances once you do this, and all your fortunes. You're going to start to see improvement after a very long period of things being really hard for you. You may have to start off at a lower level than where you were in the past, but it's a forward movement for the first time in a long time. This could be health related as well. You may have been going to doctor and finding that they weren't helping you, as you could say. Maybe the realizations come that what we think we manifest. So if you've been focusing on how sick you are, how nobody's helping you, you're going to end up getting sicker, and nobody's going to end up helping you. Okay, so if you start to feel like, to be thankful for the little things, that you're awake today, that sort of thing. Tiny little things to start the change for you to start on this road of perfect health and perfect finances here. Yes, and it's actually taken you to look within. Once you get out of your passions in your head, the universe is trying to bring in a lot of clarity and a lot of intuition your way. You might start to get some really interesting, clear dreams, or you'll find synchronicities are happening more and more in your life at the moment, the more you're letting go of the struggle. This is you and your element here. So yes, finally, once all this struggle has been put to the side, you're going to feel a lot more like yourself. You're going to have that fiery passion back in your belly. You're going to feel like wanting to get out there and, or at least change and get on the road to recovery financially or physically here. Yes, just be really careful at this point in time not to pour your emotions out to everyone and everything. Make sure if you do, make sure they're positive. So once again, whatever we give out, we receive. So it's really important to do so. Also, you might have come up with an idea on how to get yourself out there in the limelight, and as a Leo, that's where you like to be. You like people to notice you and know that that you are the star that you are. So make sure the emotions that you're pouring out to the world are positive ones. They're nurturing instead of hindering here. You'll then find that people want to start to work with you once you start to actually put out positivity, and or people are starting to notice you as the star that you are now, making you feel a lot better about yourself and improving your psychological state of mind, and that will eventually bring in more and more and more positivity. So yeah, it looks like you're on the upswing now after being in a big downturn for quite some time, which is really great to hear. That's really good news. All right, so we'll have a look at your health here, Leo. Yep. Any health advice? Acceptance. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please help me accept that everything is going in the right direction. Yes, things are starting to move in a completely different direction for you, and this is the right way to go. You may have had, as I said, periods of not being able to get something sorted or something fixed up, but now you're actually starting to realise that things are actually starting to go for your favour. All right, and we'll also look at your abundance here, Leo. Donations, tithing and charitable work. Give joyfully to the organisations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Yes, so it could be time to start to give back to the people that were helping you through this troubled time, and or start to give to yourself here if you haven't been very charitable with yourself. Also, you might feel like you want to go out and help different charities, that sort of thing. Now's a good time to do so. All right, and we'll also have a look at the power thought for you. No, too many. All right, power thought please for Leo. Okay, I see my parents as tiny children who need love. I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I know that I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. Yeah, so focusing on negativity that you might have perceived from your childhood here and blaming other people, your parents and that sort of stuff for the problems in your life can just leave you in a very stuck state. It's time to move on from that. The universe is suggesting it's time to move on from that. Everybody does the best with what they can at the time, and I'm not condoning any, really negative behavior here. But keep on going over that same idea, the same idea, the same idea. It's just going to leave you depleted, stuck and in a world of pain. So it might be time to sort of separate yourself from that and start to move forward from today into a brand new future. Okay, and we'll also have a look here using the Work Your Light Oracle to get some more guidance here. Guidance for Leo, please. And these beautiful cards were suggested to me by my beautiful Leo daughter. I must say, I love them. They are beautiful. Yes, I'm going to take this. Okay, Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Okay, good time to check in with the mirror and see if what you're saying to yourself is negative. If you go past the mirror every time or you look into the mirror in the morning and you go, oh my God, look at those lines, look at that grey hair, all that sort of stuff, you're literally putting yourself down every day and starting off the day in a really negative energy space. So when you check into the mirror, even if it seems ridiculous or hard to start with, start to tell yourself you look good no matter what state you're in, that you're beautiful, that you're loved, those sorts of things. It's going to build pride in yourself. Therefore, you'll want to go out and improve how you look as well. So yeah, check in with the mirror and see how you feel about yourself. And birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yes, well, this is literally as I just said. So yeah, what you envision is what you'll get. So start to envision an absolutely fabulous future for yourself. Make sure you aim high. You deserve the best, Leo. Absolutely the best. Nothing but top shelf from Leo from now on. So envision how that is for you and start to dream it into existence.